members of a Bangor family have been indicted on murder charges following the death of a 10-year-old boy.
Plus details on a shakeup within Herman's school committee.
And the government has named 8 potential sites in the Gulf of Maine for offshore wind farms. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday morning. We'll have those stories along with a lot more coming up. We have a special interview with a local author that some folks may recognize. Lots of things to tell you about this morning. But first, to check the forecast, and it looks like a cloudy, kind of a rainy day ahead today.
Yep. Yesterday was kind of so-so. The sun came out for a little bit, but today more rain, it
Good
seems.
day to stay inside and read a book, if you can.
Right. Here's Devin Biggs with that forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center. We offer a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 cash drawing. Stop by with your returnables and enter for a chance to win. All right, let's get into things this morning. Watching moisture that's now moving in from the west going toward the east. We'll have chances for rain showers today. I'm not worried about any thunderstorms, although we're seeing a little bit off to the west right now. We'll pull the map just about in here. We're seeing a few rumbles of thunder, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. A few rumbles of thunder may be noticed today, but most of those will fall as just regular rain showers. So to zoom things out right now, that's the only action going on. We'll have these chances for rain showers today. They'll pass through our neck of the woods. We'll have to wait until later on tonight for these to get out of here. Futurecast for today, chances for rain will last for pretty much all day long. Later on tonight, they will get out of here, but we will hold on to the clouds overnight tonight as well and into the daytime for your Friday. As for the winds, thankfully, these will remain rather calm, right? Roughly at around 5 to 10 miles per hour sustained, if not a little bit calmer from time to time today, tonight, and also in the parts of Friday. So the winds, not a big deal as we do move forward. So for today, lower 50s, mostly cloudy, rain showers on the way, and a southeast breeze getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, upper 30s, rain showers early, then becoming mostly cloudy. The north breeze only at about 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, here we go, lower 60s, mostly cloudy, and the north wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, chances for rain, temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. The parents and grandmother of a murdered 10-year-old in Bangor have been indicted by the Penobscot County Grand Jury. The child's father, 33-year-old Joshua Smith, the child's mother, 35-year-old Jem Bean, and the paternal grandmother, 56-year-old Misty LaTourette, were all indicted by the Penobscot County Grand Jury in Bangor for depraved indifference murder. Bangor police say on the morning of Sunday, February 18th, 10-year-old Braxton Smith was brought to a local hospital with life-threatening injuries. The hospital notified Bangor police and DHHS. Despite life-saving efforts, he succumbed to his injuries and died. The chief medical examiner in Augusta ruled his death a homicide. An affidavit later shed light on the circumstances leading to Braxton's death, including that he'd been repeatedly restrained in his home with zip ties for hours on end, and that an autopsy had shown injuries consistent with battered child syndrome.
Well, meanwhile, the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office made an arrest this week for drug trafficking in Glenburn. On Monday, the Sheriff's Office says they carried out a probation check for 38-year-old Scott Senecal of Glenburn on the Orono Road and discovered a significant amount of dangerous drugs, seizing over 205 grams of suspected fentanyl as well as a firearm. An additional warrant was executed yesterday, and sheriffs say they returned to find a variety of other drugs, including suspected crack cocaine, and methamphetamine. They also found 4 more firearms and ammunition. Senecal was transported to the Penobscot County Jail and as of right now has been charged with aggravated trafficking and scheduled drugs, a probation hold, and 4 counts of violating conditions of release. More charges are expected to follow.
Officials are investigating an early morning fire in Lemoyne. Deputy Fire Chief Stu Marcoon says they received a call just before 3 Wednesday morning. He says the caller heard what sounded like gunshots and could not tell what was burning. When crews arrived on the Bay Road, they found an RV and a screened-in deck fully engulfed in flames. Marcoon says no one was there at the time. The RV had just been hooked up to electricity. Crews from several towns helped put the fire out. The fire marshal's office is investigating what started the fire.
Two people were transported to the hospital Wednesday after a three-vehicle crash involving a dump truck in Liberty. The Waldo County Sheriff's Office says it was just after 3 o'clock when they received a report about a crash involving multiple vehicles near the intersection with Main Street and the Belfast Road. They discovered a crash involved a passenger vehicle, a pickup truck, and a dump truck. One of the occupants was rushed to the hospital aboard a helicopter, another taken by ambulance. At last report, investigators were still trying to determine exactly what caused the accident. Due to the severity of the crash, traffic was detoured for about 2 hours while the scene was mapped and reconstructed by the Maine State Police.
The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office hopes the public will help find a missing man from Greenbush. 47-year-old Jeremy Hill hasn't been seen since April 18th. Officials say there have been extensive ground and aerial searches near his home on the main road. The Sheriff's Criminal Division has conducted many interviews, but still no word on where Hill may be. It's now hoping members of the public will come forward and have set up a tip line to gather information. You can text your tips to PCSO Tips. You can also submit them online at the address on your screen.
Well, this past month, the superintendent of Herman Schools announced he would be resigning, and now just a few weeks later, a member of the school committee has also submitted a letter of resignation. This has raised some concerns in this community over the pressures school elected officials are facing. And as our Grace Blanchard reports, it's not just happening there, it's happening to varying degrees all across the state.
Members of the Herman School Committee say it is not an easy time to be an elected school official.
School committee members in school committees across the nation, not just in Maine, not just in Herman, are really facing a lot of scrutiny right now.
According to the chair of the school committee, Stephanie Euler, one member recently decided to submit a letter of resignation.
Recently, Chris McLaughlin submitted his resignation, and that's with the town.
Vice Chair Christopher McLaughlin sat on the committee for 2 years. He said in a statement he is proud of the work the school committee was able to accomplish during his time, despite the challenges and obstacles they faced. This comes after the Herman superintendent also announced his resignation in April, which he told the committee was for personal reasons.
I absolutely think there is a lot of pressure, and I think you have to know that going in, and you have to be prepared for it.
Herman parent and resident Regina Leonard says some parents have been concerned over the lack of communication from the school district.
Definitely feel very hopeful about our future. I just think we all have to start communicating and coming together from both sides, and let's take this negative and turn it to a positive. We can't look back, we can only look forward.
Leonard believes a pending legal matter against the school department with a local church is related to McLaughlin's resignation. However, the school committee chair says the two are completely unrelated. Euler says their top priority remains their students' education.
It's about ensuring that our kids have the best education, and we are doing so many amazing things in Herman that I'm so proud of, and that's what I will continue to remain focused on.
McLaughlin's request to resign will be considered by the Herman Town Council during their weekly meeting on Thursday. In Herman, I'm Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The legislature has announced when they will be returning to address bills that were vetoed by Governor Mills. According to House Speaker Rachel Talbot Ross and Senate President Troy Jackson, the legislature will return for what they call, quote, veto day on Friday, May 10th. Under the Maine Constitution, after the legislature adjourns, they're allowed to return for one additional day in order to address vetoed bills in an attempt to overturn the governor's decision. In order for a veto to be overturned, it must receive at least a 2/3 majority vote in both the House and the Senate.
The U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency will be moving to reclassify marijuana as a less dangerous drug. According to sources familiar to the rulemaking effort, the DEA's proposal would recognize the medical use of cannabis and acknowledge it has less potential for abuse than some of the nation's most dangerous drugs. However, it would not legalize marijuana outright for recreational use. Once the proposal is signed off on, it would move marijuana from a Schedule I drug, the same category as heroin and LSD, down to a Schedule III drug such as ketamine and anabolic steroids. The Maine Cannabis Union says while they would have preferred full legalization, this is a good first step.
We definitely see it as an improvement. Taking it from Schedule I to Schedule III is a big change and a big improvement, and hopefully will open up better access to banking is our primary concern right now. We're very appreciative that they skipped Schedule 2, which would have put it in the hands of pharmaceutical only.
Well, the Maine Office of Cannabis Policy says while the industry won't see many changes in the state, they're already seeing misinformation being spread online.
In reality, this is not going to motivate a big pharmaceutical rush into the cannabis space, nor is it going to motivate the Biden administration to start shutting down state legal cannabis businesses. The Biden administration had the power to do that under a Schedule 1 status, and it would have the power to do that under a Schedule 3 status. And it's hard for me to imagine that changing a drug to something that is deemed less dangerous is going to motivate federal officials to start a crackdown.
Schedule 3 drugs are still controlled substances, and people who traffic them can still face federal criminal prosecution.
All right, the time now, 6:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, 8 sites in the Gulf of Maine have been proposed for offshore wind farms. We talked to the director of the Federal Bureau in charge of ocean energy management.
We'll hear how those decisions were made, but first, another check of your forecast. A cloudy, rainy day ahead today with highs near 50 degrees. Rain showers likely overnight with lows dropping down to the upper 30s. Tomorrow a bit better, mostly cloudy with highs near 62. We'll be right back.
Your local professional eco-friendly office space partner is WVII Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At WVII Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Bad boy mowers aren't built for everyone. They're built for the bold, the originals, people who get the job done and love every second of it. Bad boys are built for horsepower and cutting-edge precision with a first-of-its-kind 3-link suspension and a style all their own. Because you're not everyone, and that's a good thing. Bad boy, mow with an attitude.
Hi, Eastern Maine. Watch Person, Place, or Thing right here on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 10 a.m.
You're not going to want to miss this.
Jeopardy, like the Everest of trivia.
Spit and truth therapy.
You gotta feel smart. If you wanna look smart, get smart, be smart, think smart, talk smart, get smart. You are smart, smarty pants.
You got to unleash the power.
Woo!
This week at 7:30, only on ABC 7.
Welcome back, everyone. The federal government has proposed 8 areas in the Gulf of Maine to serve as possible sites for commercial offshore wind farms. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bichard spoke with the director of the Federal Bureau in charge of Ocean Energy, that's a long one, to learn more.
This transition to clean energy and the support of offshore wind is really all about addressing the climate change crisis, and we want to do it in a way that is supporting jobs here in the U.S., domestic supply chain. We want to do it in a way that is thoughtful and deliberate.
Elizabeth Klein is director of the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management. She says the proposed lease areas for offshore wind developments would cover around 1 million acres, with the potential to power around 5 million homes. 2 of the sites are off of the Maine coast, with the remaining 6 off the coast of Massachusetts.
The original process to start looking at the potential for offshore wind in the Gulf of Maine actually started probably 10 years ago or so, but in the past couple of years in particular, we really started in earnest in looking at areas in the Gulf of Maine that might be suitable for this type of development.
Klein says during the process, the Bureau worked with other government agencies as well as commercial and environmental agencies, such as the Conservation Law Foundation, to study current uses of the areas as well as potential environmental concerns.
We know that the single most significant threat to all species, including human beings, is climate change, and offshore wind is critical to addressing that threat. At the same time, we're also very cognizant of and concerned about impacts to marine species, the critically endangered right whale being at the top of that list.
Klein adds that offshore wind has the potential to help jumpstart our push to use more renewable energy sources in our electric grid.
The wind resource off our East Coast is tremendous, and the ability to use offshore wind technology to bring clean energy to the grid on the East Coast really does hold an enormous amount of promise for states to meet their clean energy goals.
Klein says the Bureau hopes to hold its first lease bid as early as this fall. The winner of that bid would then have 5 years to plan and to begin to execute their operation of the offshore wind site. In Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Maine's Asthma Prevention and Control Program is being recognized as a national role model. May is Asthma Awareness Month. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency is recognizing programs across the country that deliver outstanding improvements in asthma care and quality of life for people with asthma. The EPA says it's a major public health concern that affects more than 25 million Americans, including more than 4 million children. According to the EPA, people with asthma can control symptoms and improve health with some straightforward strategies. They say identify and avoid indoor environmental asthma triggers like dust mites, secondhand smoke, pet dander, or mold. Pay attention to outdoor air quality, ozone can worsen asthma, and create an asthma plan to help monitor you or your child's asthma and take steps to reduce triggers.
The body of U.S. Army veteran Eric Foote was found on the banks of the Aroostook River late last month following his disappearance in January. The cause and manner of his death are still pending, but his family has indicated he may have been experiencing a mental health crisis when he disappeared. Now, advocates are spreading awareness about the prevalence of mental health concerns among our Maine veterans. Our David Ledford has more.
Suffering with mental health is actually increasing exponentially year after year. We get more and more phone calls here.
Maine Veterans Project President Doc Goodwin says mental health is a continued concern in the state's veteran community. And across the U.S., he says the number of veterans who take their own lives has gone up in recent years.
22 per day represents 22 veteran suicides per day, every single day in the United States. That number was relatively accurate for a few years, and then we found out that some of the larger states don't report demographic information. We've also realized that that number's climbed to over 60 per day, every single day.
Goodwin says he's seen Maine veterans face social stigma and leave mental health issues untreated.
I believe it has a lot to do with isolation, depression, untreated anxiety. You know, a lot of this is symptoms that we think we're too tough for, so therefore we don't want the help.
And he believes more can be done to address the issue.
Things cost more now. People are going without food and essentials. There's just a lot of factors on the table right now, and I think we lack the adequate resources needed to get the help that we need.
But help is available.
The biggest step we can take is to smash that stigma. For the here and now, for crisis, dial 988.
You are absolutely not alone, and you do have people, you have resources that you can pick up the phone and you can make a phone call, and you can have those people in your back pocket.
For links to mental health resources for veterans, view this story on our website. In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And Foote's family has created a fundraiser to support disabled veterans in his memory. Links to that site can also be found at foxbangor.com.
A very important conversation to have.
Yeah.
All right. The time now is 6:18, right after the break. Are we scrolling still?
I'm scrolling. We're getting
Sorry.
past it. We're getting there.
Okay, right after the break yesterday, I had a lovely interview with a local author. The whole families are part of the book now, the Caverleys. They have a new story about, have you ever taken somebody's advice and then regretted it? So that's the plot of the new book.
We'll tell you all about that. Well, plus your full weather forecast coming up on Good Morning Maine.
This week, GMA live in 5 mystery cities.
So, where will GMA pop up?
Maybe we'll be in your neighborhood.
Where will we be? We're coming to you, America. Get ready.
All this week, where will we be?
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
What do heavy rain, extreme heat, and flying lumber all have in common? They're just a few of the things we use to test our replacement windows. At Renewal by Andersen, we put our windows through the worst because your home deserves the best. Renewal by Andersen Acclaim Custom Replacement Windows.
Call or visit us online today to get some incredible savings. Affordable financing, too.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna. Who has the best-kept secret in Penobscot County? We do! Welcome to Maple Lane Farms, a fifth-generation family farm that's committed to providing you with the best quality products. Our farm-raised local and sustainable meat is flash frozen to lock in the freshness and natural flavors. Experience the top-notch quality of our meat that's naturally raised without any antibiotics or hormones. Get the best of both worlds, quality and affordability. Try Maple Lane Farms today, the candy store for the carnivore.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm here with Tim, Susan, and Sandy Caverly. They've been on the show a few times before, but they're here to talk about the latest book release. This is about Stella's Odyssey. Tim, of course, is really known for other books like Conversations, Ranger Tales from Maine, and The Ranger and the Reporter. But this book is a little different, and it's made for a different audience. Tim and Susan, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course. So do you want to talk about your new book a little bit?
Sure. It's based on experience that Sue and I had on a motorcycle trip in western Maine. Mm-hmm. But in our book, Stella, the Allagash loon, is going to go to the Dead River on vacation.
Yep.
And when she gets back, she meets her friend Sandy. And Sandy notices that the balloon has Band-Aids on her bill.
Oh.
And so Stella didn't have a very good time.
Right.
It's geared for grades 3 through 5.
Yep.
And in fact, the Bangor Savings Bank has just sponsored 20 books to go to elementary schools. Just found that out yesterday, so we're excited by that.
Congratulations, that's big news.
That is good news.
Yeah.
And we speak with a lot of schools. And in fact, we worked with the Alton School to develop this story. And the kids and the teachers were great, so we'll be sharing it with them as well.
Right, yeah, I saw right in your in the intro of the book, they worked right alongside you. And you have a local illustrator as well, right? This Franklin Manzo Jr.
From Millinocket,
From Millinocket, yeah.
He's really a favorite among people with our book. So this is our 13th book.
13th book. Yeah, I mean, you work alongside him, or how much do you guys work together often?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's of course natural that partners would contribute as much as they can, and that's it's a huge undertaking.
Yeah. So we're picking up the hard copy today.
Yep.
This will be what will be going to schools.
Right. Because Sandy's the star of the show. I don't know if
Sandy,
come here. Oh, can we look over there? Look over there. Can we get a shot on that camera? There we go.
There you go.
Smiling. Oh, good dog. But yeah, so you guys are talking. You have a in Millbridge this weekend, correct?
This coming Saturday we'll be at the Millbridge Theater at 2 o'clock.
Up for the public?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. It's free to the public. And folks can get on our website, AllagashTales, TAILS.com. Look at the events link, and we're scheduling into next year with our programs now, from student rate straight through to adult.
Right, and by programs you mean talking at schools.
PowerPoint programs. We have 8 different programs that we offer.
Right, because not only are your books good for especially sportsmen, I feel, with the original books, but you've expanded to offer things for especially Mainers of all types, but everybody.
Yes.
It's something for everybody.
We had one 4th grade girl tell us one day that she thought our books would help her reading strategy. Good. So we were happy to help her with the strategy.
Yeah, that's a good vocabulary. And you guys focus on vocab words, and you know like at what reading level is most helpful. I read that in this as well.
Yes.
So you're really focused on helping kids learn.
There are illustrations in here. I believe it's 26 illustrations, color, as well as pictures, as well as a number of vocab words with definitions for the classroom.
Fantastic. So whether it's at home or in the classroom, it's good stuff.
Yes.
All right. As always, guys, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Of course. We'll have all the information on where you can get your own copy on foxbangor.com with this interview. Now we'll send it over to weather.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center. We offer a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 cash drawing. Stop by with your returnables and enter for a chance to win. Alrighty, wave fights this morning, not too bad. Again, we have no advisories offshore or onshore for that matter either, so we're looking pretty quiet out there for the time being. Wave fights right around 1 to 2 feet, but we'll get a little bit busy coming up soon in the form of rain showers as we are signals developing now, tracking from the west going toward the east. Not a whole lot in here just yet, but that will be changing pretty quickly. In fact, even a few rumbles of thunder being observed this morning. A lightning tracker picking up on a few lightning bolts that have been developing with some of these storms further off to the west. Not out of the realm of possibility that we could get a few lightning strikes in our neck of the woods today, but most of this will fall as regular rain showers. So let's zoom things out. While we're just watching out for rain and maybe a few rumbles of thunder, a little bit more shower and thunderstorm action across the central parts of the country. It's been very active very recently, and we're still going to keep things active moving forward in that department as well. Futurecast for us, so again, some rain showers today. You might notice a rumble of thunder if you're lucky. The rain will start to get out of here coming up later on tonight. Otherwise, we do remain mostly cloudy overnight, and especially into the daytime on Friday. You might notice some peaks of sunshine from time to time, and especially as we head towards later Friday afternoon and into Friday evening. The clouds may break up for a brief bit, but they're back in here pretty quickly as we head towards Saturday morning. Let's talk about the rain chances for today. Some spots will receive up to a half inch of rain before we're all finished up near Bangor to Dover, Foxcroft, and Greenville as well. Farther off towards the west, you'll see some of the best rainfall opportunities. Greenville about a quarter of an inch, and these other areas here, Bangor, and just off to the north around a half an inch possible. Lesser opportunities further off towards the north and also to the east. Meanwhile, though, our average high temperature is 61 degrees, lower 50s today, lower 60s again Friday to Saturday, middle 50s Sunday. We're back in the upper 60s Monday to Tuesday, then lower 60s again as we head towards your Wednesday. And of course, if you're having issues with allergies, this is the reason why. Tree pollen is still in the high category, and it will stay there for the foreseeable future as well. Grassweed and mold not bad just yet, but we expect grass to increase before you know it as well. Forecast coming up for today, we have lower 50s, mostly cloudy, some rain showers on the way, and a southeast wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour at times. By tonight, upper 30s, rain showers will wrap up early, then becoming mostly cloudy, north wind at around 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, here we go, lower 60s, mostly cloudy, north wind at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. All right, let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center. Mostly cloudy on Saturday, highs in the low 60s, mid-50s Sunday with a chance for rain showers, and morning rain showers on Monday, then becoming partly cloudy with highs in the upper 60s.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
I got hurt in a car accident. Give me one good reason why I should call the twos.
How about 3 great reasons you should call us? 1, we make it easy. We'll deal with the insurance company so you don't have to. 2, there's no upfront cost. Read the result. Just listen to this.
I called the twos after my accident, and Lowry and Associates got me $300,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Hi, I'm Angelina Mucci.
And I'm Andy Mucci of Family Fun Bowling Center.
When we want to know the weather, we go to foxbangor.com.
Celebrating our 50th anniversary year, Family Fun Bowling Center has 20 lanes of 10-pin bowling at its best. Pat's Pizza in Holden serves delicious food and pizza. They also have a party and event room. Our indoor golf is now open year-round. Call for reservations. Contact us for the opening date of Traditions, our 9-hole golf course.
For taking on New England's extreme conditions, Toyota has more hybrid all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models than any other brand. No wonder Toyota has sold 5 times more hybrids than its nearest competitor, like the luxurious Grand Highlander Hybrid, with a total driving range of up to 585 miles. Take on extreme conditions with Toyota's proven hybrid technology. See your New England Toyota dealer, your hybrid all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. New York City officials say outside agitators influenced the encampment at Columbia University, which was broken up by police on Tuesday night. It comes as more encampments pop up all around the country. New York City Mayor Eric Adams says officers arrested nearly 300 people during the protest at Columbia and City College of New York overnight. The NYPD now working to determine how many of those in custody are students or, quote, outside agitators. And nearby, protests breaking out at Fordham University in New York on Wednesday as well, where students have started their own encampment inside a building. In just the last 2 weeks, more than 1,000 protesters have been arrested at campuses all around the country.
Now to the cyber attack on a major healthcare company, affecting up to 1/3 of Americans and their doctors. The cyber attack was months ago, but now the CEO explains the fallout. CEO Andrew Witte in front of a Senate committee yesterday, saying the hacking group Black Cat broke into a crucial data system, stealing massive amounts of patient data. Doctors were left without a way to fill prescriptions or be paid. Some doctors still not paid after 9 weeks. Witte says the company's system did not have basic safeguards like multi-factor authentication, but he says they will now. The breach cost the company $900 million, not including the $22 million ransom payment.
Arizona is set to officially repeal a ban on abortion as Florida's near total abortion ban is now in effect. Arizona Democratic Governor Katie Hobbs is expected to sign into law a bill repealing the state's controversial Civil War-era abortion ban. The bill repealing the ban narrowly passed the state Senate yesterday. The Arizona vote coming as Florida's new 6-week abortion ban went into effect. Planned Parenthood of South Florida's CEO says there is now an abortion desert in the South. Abortion will be on the ballot in several states this November, including in Pennsylvania, Nevada, Arizona, and of course down in Florida.
Heavy rains continue to hit Nairobi as the city is in the middle of its rainy season. Flooding in Kenya's capital is shutting down major highways. Landslides and damaged infrastructure has affected Kenya since mid-March as heavy rain devastate the country. Nearly 200 people have died as a result of the weather. Rescue operations for nearly 80 people are underway after a river broke through a tunnel, wiping out houses and roads in its way.
Boy, that's awful down there.
And coming up on the second half of the newscast, our pollinators are experiencing a lot of threatening conditions these days. We'll hear how waiting to mow your lawn could drastically improve their odds.
Those stories and more coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Every night is pizza night at Dragonfire Pizza, from wings, salads, and sides to our specialty wood-fired pizzas. You'll find everything you need to satisfy any craving by the slice or by the pie. A little slice of heaven is waiting for you at Dragonfire Pizza, Mill Mall, Ellsworth.
Ever wish you could put a different spin on things? Play the Golden Spin Instant Ticket from the Maine Lottery, and you could win a trip to Las Vegas. Enter your non-winning tickets for a chance to win a trip to the Golden Nugget Casino and up to $250,000 at the Tri-State Golden Spin event. Why just spin your wheels when you could go to Vegas for the spin of a lifetime?
When Rowell's Garage in Dover Foxcroft wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance.
Hanks Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations, 32 Old State Road in Carmel and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero-turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to battery power, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hanks Husqvarna, Carmel or Newport.
Raise your flag this spring with a new flag from Flags for Patriots in Bangor, providing flags for your home, state, business, or organization. We stock flags from all states and many countries, banners, bunting, poles, and accessories. Visit our website and order your new flag today.
Every night is pizza night at Dragonfire Pizza, from wings, salads, and sides to our specialty wood-fired pizzas. You'll find everything you need to satisfy any craving by the slice or by the pie. A little slice of heaven is waiting for you at Dragonfire Pizza, Mill Mall, Ellsworth.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Thursday, April 2nd, 2024. May 2nd, I'm sorry. I wrote April in there.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's
and
May 2nd.
I didn't even realize.
Yeah. It's also Harry Potter Day.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
The British Prime Minister declared this day an official international holiday to honor the literary work of J.K. Rowling. The series of books about the boy wizard had a significant impact on readers around the globe and holds a Guinness World Record as the highest-selling series by a single author at over 500 million copies.
Incredible.
In declaring the holiday, the Prime Minister said he hoped children and adults alike will be reminded of Potter's strong and courageous character, as well as the true credit Rowling has made to society. And our director, David, he's reading the books to his kids right now and, continuing on the tradition.
I read them to my kids. One of the great things about it, too, I think it got more kids interested in reading, and it actually got some adults reading more and reading to their kids.
Absolutely.
And it was just wonderful. I mean, you probably grew up with those books, too.
And the movies, too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, our producer, David, I messed up what I was saying. But no, it's iconic, and I think it really just bridges the gap between, wow, fantasy is kind of for everybody.
Yeah.
Cool.
And they were so well written,
Yeah.
Everybody enjoyed them too.
I don't think it will get old my entire life, at least.
So celebrate Harry Potter Day today.
Yeah.
All right, on this day in history, back in 1863, Confederate General Thomas Stonewall Jackson was mistakenly shot by his own soldiers and died 8 days later. In 1908, the song Take Me Out to the Ball Game was copyrighted. It was written by Jack Norworth and Albert von Tilzer, who had never been to a single baseball game themselves.
Well, that's why they were saying it.
Right,
Take me out to the ball game.
Yeah. It has since become the official anthem of Northern American baseball. It's kind of funny how those things will happen.
So it's been around for over 100 years.
Long time.
Cool.
In 1918, General Motors bought the Chevy Motor Company in Delaware. In 1941, the U.S. Federal Communications Commission approved regular scheduled commercial television broadcasts.
Whoa.
So,
and here we are.
And here we are, still doing it today. Also in 1941, General Mills started shipping out a new cereal called Cheerios to 6 test markets. That cereal, of course, was later renamed Cheerios.
Do you like Cheerios?
I do.
Yeah. I like Honey Nut Cheerios more.
I like them both.
Yeah, a little sweetener.
Yeah, sometimes I like just Cheerios without all that sweet stuff in it, and put some blueberries in there or something.
Yes, exactly.
Some little banana.
Perfect vessel for some fruit.
Yeah.
Yep. In 1995, the Clinton administration announced that Cuban boat people seeking asylum in the U.S. would be returned to Cuba. Cuban boat people?
People were leaving Cuba en masse in rafts, makeshift rafts, all these things, and they were showing up on American shores seeking asylum, and there were like hundreds and thousands of them, and kind of like what we're dealing with down, not as bad down on the border today, but they ended up, some people were allowed to stay, but they ended up having to turn some around and bring them back.
Yep, makes sense.
Yeah.
In 2011, Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden was killed by American forces and was buried at sea. In 2019, a drone delivered an organ for transplant for the first time. It was a kidney at a hospital in Maryland and marked a big leap in transplant medicine along with unmanned flight. And in 2022, a draft was leaked about a Supreme Court ruling that threw out the landmark Roe versus Wade abortion right ruling that had stood for half a century.
I remember when it first came out, people were in shock thinking that Roe versus Wade could go away. And they say it's just, things could change by the time the official ruling comes out. But then it came out in June. And of course, we know what happened after that.
And I think a lot of folks expected that as, the Supreme Court shifted over the past few years as well.
Yeah. All right, moving on to birthdays now. Today's birthdays include actor Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who is 52 years old today.
That's a funny photo of him.
I like him. I like a lot of his
The eyebrow.
stuff.
He's giving you the stink eye.
Yeah, even like the Tooth Fairy one that he was in. That was kind of funny.
I love his characters. He's a good guy.
Soccer superstar David Beckham is 49. If you want to learn more about them, they have a neat little documentary on Netflix right now.
Oh, right. All sorts of drama in there with his wife.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yep.
Yeah. And actress Christine Baranski turns 72 years old today.
I love her too. She's so good at playing like dramatic woman who gives you the side eye.
Right.
I love her characters.
She's so funny too.
Yeah. But good at being really serious too.
Happy birthday to all of them.
Yep, happy birthday to them. Rainy day, but it looks nice outside right now, so we're not quite there yet.
Go sit on the couch, read some Harry Potter books or something.
Yeah, or watch the movie.
There you go.
Here's Devin Biggs with the forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center. We offer a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 cash drawing. Stop by with your returnables and enter for a chance to win. All right, let's get into things this morning. Watching moisture that's now moving in from the west going toward the east. We'll have chances for rain showers today. I'm not worried about any thunderstorms, although we're seeing a little bit off to the west right now. We'll pull the map just about in here. We're seeing a few rumbles of thunder. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. A few rumbles of thunder may be noticed today, but most of those will fall as just regular rain showers. So to zoom things out right now, that's the only action going on. We'll have these chances for rain showers today. They'll pass through our neck of the woods. We'll have to wait until later on tonight for these to get out of here. Futurecast for today, chances for rain will last for pretty much all day long. Later on tonight, they will get out of here, but we will hold on to the clouds overnight tonight as well and into the daytime for your Friday. As for the winds, thankfully, these will remain rather calm, right? Roughly at around 5 to 10 miles per hour sustained, if not a little bit calmer from time to time today, tonight, and also in the parts of Friday. So the winds, not a big deal as we do move forward. So for today, lower 50s, mostly cloudy, rain showers on the way, and a southeast breeze getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, upper 30s, rain showers early, then becoming mostly cloudy. The north breeze only at about 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, here we go, lower 60s, mostly cloudy, and the north wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, chances for rain, temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
All right, thank you, Devin. For the entire month of May, the city of Bangor is encouraging residents to park their lawnmowers and let the grass grow.
Our Doug Banks tells us why.
When the snow melts away, the vibrant colors of spring are a sight for sore eyes. While it's tempting to reach for the lawnmower, the city of Bangor is giving their residents the choice to stow them away. For the month of May, Bangor's ordinance requiring weed length to be no higher than 10 inches is no longer. No Mow May is a movement popularized by the UK-based organization Plant Life, and Bangor adopted the initiative last year.
This primarily started out of concern for bees because when bees initially come out in the spring in our more northern climates, mainly around late April to May, there's not a lot of flowers out there for them.
What is available for pollinators? Dandelions.
The usual statistic we always hear is 1 in 3 bites of food that we have is because of pollinators. The first thing they want to collect is nectar for their own energy, but also pollen, which they mix with nectar to basically create bee bread, which is what they feed to their young.
As ticks start to become prevalent in Maine this time of year, Colette says their studies show ticks won't be an issue in the urban areas of Bangor.
Ticks go where their hosts are, like deer and things like that. So in the middle of Bangor, you're not really going to have that problem.
If ticks are a concern, Fanning says there might be a way to still participate.
Maybe they want to mow a bit of their lawn where they know their kids are going to be playing and leave a bit for the pollinators, or have a balancing act.
In Bangor, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
If you needed a good excuse to be lazy, you've got it for the whole month of May.
I know, and it's such an important discussion to have too. It's not just the bees, it's the butterflies, and those things are essential to every way that we live life.
If we don't have the pollinators, we don't have food to eat and things like that.
You can also get those little wildflower seed packs, and that will attract pollinators to your house, and that's really good for them too. Plus, it beautifies the area. So, win-win.
Great idea.
Right. Okay, still to come here this morning, Tyler Cruz has our sports updates.
Don't go away.
Mesothelioma is more than a ravaging illness. It is a disease that can ruin a family's finances and is never the victim's fault. The law offices of Joe Bornstein has been fighting and winning for Maine families for nearly 50 years, and we've collected over $500 million for injured Mainers. If you or a loved one is a victim of mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, call Joe today for a free case evaluation and to learn about your family's legal rights. Dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
Make your boating experience even better with a Shoremaster boat lift from Hammond Lumber Company. One of the best choices you can make to protect your boat and maintain your boating lifestyle. A Shoremaster boat lift makes cleaning your boat easier and provides more convenient access too. Hammond Lumber has all the accessories you need, from lighting packages and canopies to motor systems, including Shoremaster's exclusive Whisper Winch. Take your boating experience to the next level with a Shoremaster boat lift from Hammond Lumber Company.
A year after a heart attack, Mike's feeling like himself again. But even though time has passed, his risk of a second attack hasn't. Mike is still living in the red, with a very high risk of another heart attack or stroke. He doesn't know with his risk factors, his LDL-C, bad cholesterol, is still too high. The recommended level is below 55. Are you living in the red? Get in the know. Learn how to get a free LDL-C test at attackheartdisease.com.
Sign up for You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Pick who you think is going to win and compete against other fans for prizes.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We are going to start at TD Garden, where it's Game 5 in the first round of the playoffs. Home team looking to close it out. Sound familiar? Jason Tatum and the C's looking to give the Garden fans a win and a series win in Game 5 against Miami. First quarter, Jaylen Brown with it, swings it to Peyton Pritchard, who finds the Game 4 hero. Derek White, still white hot from outside. He nails the triple. Still in the first, C's up a ton. Jason Tatum with it. He loses. Kevin Love right here steps back and drains the open three of his own. To the second now. Brown with it. He's going to pull up over Tyler Hero late in the shot clock. That gives Boston a 30-point lead with 8 minutes left in the half. They would keep their foot on the pedal. Al Horford getting inside in the third. Gets the tough bucket to go. He loves it. His kid loves it. The Celtics are headed to the Eastern Conference semis. 118-84 is the final.
Yes, we just take it one game at a time. You know, we just got to keep staying with it. We got to clean up some of the stuff that we've been messing up on, and we're going to keep getting better as the playoffs go on.
All right, that is a good win there. Let's hit the track now. Wednesday afternoon marked opening day at Bangor Raceway.
Horse racing has such a deep tradition here in Bangor, and we're excited to have another season upon us.
Historic Bangor Raceway at Bass Park is open for business for 2024 with some classic harness racing action.
It's a sure sign of spring, of course, and the excitement at the track is something you just can't experience anywhere else. It's something I look forward to every year.
And why else would the track be entering its 142nd year? That type of thrill has been passed down through generations.
My friend, who I grew up down the street from, his parents would take us all the time here. I have lots of great memories of being here, and it's really one of the few things that I think still connects Bangor to that past.
I mean, just take a look inside at their hall of murals and pictures of olden horses and some special guests.
We've had presidents that have come and watched races here at Bass Park. What else can I say?
And if history stands, the track will see a huge burst of people this Saturday as they'll be simulcasting and accepting bets for the 150th Kentucky Derby.
It's a big day for racing. It's arguably the biggest day of racing. Just to have that back here and have people being able to bet on site is fantastic.
And for all you first-timers out there that may want to come out and bet on the action in Bangor or elsewhere, a word to the wise.
Nobody really knows what's going to happen. You can wager on the horse with the best odds, but something might happen midway through the race and the horse with the worst odds might come in and win, and you get a nice payout.
That is if you choose correctly. But beyond the money that comes in, the biggest source of pride for those running the show is that they provide entertainment while upholding a century-plus long tradition.
It is an important part of our history, and it's an important part of just being a Bangorian. To be here and be able to support and continue this, it's fantastic.
In Bangor, I'm Ryan Soudal, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thanks for that, Ryan. I got to catch a race soon. Let's go to the high school field now, and a beautiful day for a baseball game. We're going to head over to Herman High School. The John Baptist Crusaders trying to take down the home team, Herman Hawks. Baptist with runners on the corners in the second with 2 outs. Owen Hart lines one, but right to Mason Kinney. He snags it, and they double up the runner at first. Big out there. The run would score from third, so Baptist up 1-0, and Josh Pangburn makes a nice play at short with the bases loaded to nab the runner at home. Next batter, Tom Messerv lifts one to center field. That is going to be caught out there, but Gavin Scripture scores from third, and this game is all tied up. All right, same score now, and Kinney on the mound was great, too. He gets the strikeout in the top of the fourth. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Still 1-1, Messerv again. This time he rips one into left field. Again, that's going to drive in Scripture, and Herman, they will go on to win this one. The final is 5-2. Let's head over to Cameron Stadium now for some girls lacrosse. The Northern Maine Moose visiting the Bangor Rams. First quarter, Moose trail 5-3. Bangor's Bella Gallant, the free position shot, but Joelle Stone there on the save. Second quarter, Bangor's Isabella Fagoni flips it to Kirsten Daigle. She gets around the D and rips a shot. That finds the net. Rams up 9-3. Later, Northern Maine's Megan Peters charging down the field. She gets it down to Morgan Quirk, who shoots and scores right away, makes it 9-4. Rams threatening again now. Adela Maybe off the balance pass to a cutting Ellie Cool. She lays it in for the goal. It is 10-4. Rams win 19-8. All right, and for some other scores, PCHS beats Searsport 6-2 in baseball. In softball, MDI beats Hamden Academy 9-4. Foxcroft baseball beats MCI 18-1, and MCI softball takes down the Ponies 7-6. All right, that is all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back.
My name is Michelle Potter. When my partner of 20 years died unexpectedly at the age of 49, Cindy at Bragdon Kelly Funeral Home is the one who helped me. My first meeting with Cindy started out as a blur. So much stuff was going on and I was really in shock. But she immediately started helping me. I started to feel like things were not completely hopeless. Cindy offered me really useful counsel, and she also offered me her grief support group. When I met with Cindy, I felt recognized and validated. She is very professional and went above and beyond. In her grief group, Cindy committed so much time to all of us. I can still hear her and the helpful information she shared with me. Cindy helped me recognize how important and good life still is. At the time, I wasn't ready for individual counseling. Cindy helped me and got me ready. She is so intuitive and personable. Cindy is not at all what I thought a funeral director would be.
Bragdon Kelly Funeral Homes. Let our family serve yours.
These days you can buy a new mattress anywhere. However, getting the right mattress at the right price will keep you up at night. When you're ready for a new mattress, come to Dorsey's. We've delivered more mattresses to this area than any other retailer. With over 48 years of experience, the largest in-stock selection, plus our 30-night sleep guarantee, we've got the right mattress for you at a great price. Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A, Holden. Sleep well, my friends.
Washington State is going high-tech to tackle graffiti. The state's Department of Transportation is testing out drones to get to hard-to-reach graffiti. The drones have a spray nozzle linked to a paint supply on the ground, and the operator can position the drones anywhere the hose can reach. Crews hope the drones can make cleaning up graffiti on places like bridges and overpasses a little bit easier. Last year, maintenance crews in Washington spent more than $815,000 removing graffiti.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, not something you really think about that much.
Yeah.
Or at least I don't.
Yeah, you see them on bridges though. First of all, how did the person get there to spray the graffiti? Then how are you going to fix it?
I think that's part of the flex is, look where I got.
Yeah. That's awesome though that they have that.
I know.
All right, one final check of the forecast. Looking like a cloudy, kind of rainy day today.
Yep. Here's meteorologist Evan Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center. We offer a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 cash drawing. Stop by with your returnables and enter for a chance to win. Alrighty, wave fights this morning, not too bad. Again, we have no advisories offshore or onshore for that matter either, so we're looking pretty quiet out there for the time being. Wave fights right around 1 to 2 feet, but we'll get a little bit busy coming up soon in the form of rain showers as we are seeing those developing now, tracking from the west going toward the east. Not a whole lot in here just yet, but that will be changing pretty quickly. In fact, even a few rumbles of thunder being observed this morning. A lightning tracker picking up on a few lightning bolts that have been developing with some of these storms further off to the west. Not out of the realm of possibility that we could get a few lightning strikes in our neck of the woods today, but most of this will fall as regular rain showers. So let's zoom things out. While we're just watching out for rain and maybe a few rumbles of thunder, a little bit more shower and thunderstorm action across the central parts of the country. It's been very active very recently, and we're still going to keep things active moving forward in that department as well. Futurecast for us, so again, some rain showers today. You might notice a rumble of thunder if you're lucky. The rain will start to get out of here coming up later on tonight. Otherwise, we do remain mostly cloudy overnight, and especially into the daytime on Friday. You might notice some peaks of sunshine from time to time, and especially as we get towards later Friday afternoon and into Friday evening, the clouds may break up for a brief bit, but they're back in here pretty quickly as we head towards Saturday morning. Let's talk about the rain chances for today. Some spots will receive up to a half inch of rain before we're all finished up near Bangor to Dover Foxcroft. Beecroft and Greenville as well. Farther off towards the west, you'll see some of the best rainfall opportunities. Greenville about 1/4 of an inch. In these other areas here, Bangor, and just off to the north, around 1/2 inch possible. Lesser opportunities further off towards the north and also to the east. Meanwhile, though, our average high temperature is 61 degrees, lower 50s today, lower 60s again Friday to Saturday, middle 50s Sunday. We're back in the upper 60s Monday and Tuesday, then lower 60s again as we head towards Wednesday. And of course, if you're having issues with allergies, this is the reason why. Tree pollen is still in the high category, and it will stay there for the foreseeable future as well. Grass, weed, and mold not bad just yet, but we expect grass to increase before you know it as well. Forecast coming up for today, we have lower 50s, mostly cloudy, some rain showers on the way, and a southeast wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour at times. By tonight, upper 30s, rain showers will wrap up early, then becoming mostly cloudy, north wind at around 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, here we go, lower 60s, mostly cloudy, north wind at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. All right, let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center. Mostly cloudy on Saturday, highs in the low 60s, mid-50s Sunday with a chance for rain showers, and morning rain showers on Monday, then becoming partly cloudy with highs in the upper 60s.
Pat's Pizza in Holden serves delicious food and pizza. They also have a party and event room. Our indoor golf is now open year-round. Call for reservations. Contact us for the opening date of Traditions, our 9-hole golf course.
Welcome to Through the Garden Gate in Corinna. We are a local garden center that carries a huge variety of flowers, vegetables, perennials, trees, shrubs, and roses. Our employees are gardeners themselves and offer a wealth of knowledge. We love what we do and would love to share our passion with you. We also do landscape and garden consultations, design, installation, and maintenance. Come visit us at Through the Garden Gate on Exeter Road in Corinna.
Goose River Farm and Meat Store is conveniently located on Route 3 across from Hammond Lumber in Belfast. They have a wide selection of meat and poultry, including beef, pork, lamb, chicken, duck, rabbit, and turkey. Open Tuesday through Saturday.
Every year, older Mainers are taken advantage of, pressured into doing things that are not in their best interest. Watch for these red flags and talk to a lawyer before you act. Don't be pressured to sign a power of attorney, deed, or loan document. To sign away your home, even with promises you can live there the rest of your life. To give someone your credit card or access to your money. Call Legal Services from Maine Elders for free, confidential legal advice.
Scudic & Bloom, a full-service, custom-designed florist, Main Street in Winter Harbor.
We can deliver one-of-a-kind, full-color flower arrangements
by custom floral designer me, Pam.
Delivering to Ellsworth and surrounding areas for any occasion.
Please visit scudicandbloom.com or call 844-SCUDIC.
Good morning, everyone.
Tonight, Grey's returns.
He's back already?
All new.
Wow.
You seem pretty passionate.
Should we order pizza? I'm on board.
Well, finally this hour, Target hires a new adorable store greeter. After going viral on TikTok for greeting people at Target, the chain store reached out to little Isaiah's mom, Mia or Ariana, to give the toddler an experience he would never forget. And on Friday, the Huntersville, North Carolina Target invited Isaiah and his mother to spend the morning working as an honorary team member, greeting customers in his very own Target uniform. By the end of the shift, Isaiah had been gifted a $500 gift card for a Target shopping spree as well. That's it for now, folks. We thank you for joining us. Have a great day.